Good afternoon. My name is Daniel, and today we're going to be doing Lesson 12, Analog Joystick Module from the ELEEGO, however you say that, Uno R3 Super Starter Kit. So let's begin. So a brief overview. It's just an analog joystick. We've got the project code open already. This is what comes with the project. And let's look over our parts. Components required. 1 times Uno R3. 1 times joystick module. And we have the joystick, the thumbstick. And then 5 times female to male DuPont wires. And I've also color coded them to match the diagrams that we're going to use. So let's have a look at the joystick module. The module has 5 pins: VCC, ground, X, Y, and key. So kind of hard to read, they're crammed in there. So, ground, VCC, I think that's labeled as 5 volts. Okay. And then X, VRX, VRY. And then key. It says SW. So it's labeled a little bit differently from the terminology being used here. Note that the labels on yours may be slightly different depending on where you got the module from. The thumbstick is analog and should provide more accurate readings than simple directional joysticks. Additionally, you can press the joystick down. Okay. We have to use analog Arduino pins to read the data from the XY pins, and a digital pin to read the button. The key pin is connected to ground when the joystick is pressed down and is floating otherwise. Okay, let me just zoom out and fix my focus. To get stable readings from the key select pin, it needs to be connected to VCC via a pull-up resistor. The built-in resistors on the Arduino digital pins can be used. Okay. Well, let's look at the wiring diagram. We'll take out our wires. The first wire is a ground wire. That's brown, so the ground wire should connect to the ground right there on the thumbstick. And then the next wire Let's go for the 5 volts. Connects to the VCC with the red wire. Okay. Make sure you can see that. 5 volts. Now here it's not labeled 5 volts. It says VC, or is it? Yeah, it says plus 5 volts. Okay. So from now on, when you see VCC in this project, think about that. That's where we're plugging in. The next wire. Let's see, we have X and Y, and so horizontal and vertical, that would be X and Y. So let's go analog 0 and analog 1. So analog 0, orange wire. Okay. If we check the diagram here, it should be connect to the X, which would be vertical. So analog 0. There it is. And then, what did I say? We're connecting to vertical, so that would be X, right? Is that correct? Yep. And analog 1 goes to Y, and that's the yellow cable. Analog 1. Okay. And we have the last one, the green cable. What did they call that? Select. And that is the action of pressing down on the thumbstick. And they said that's a digital. So that's D2. So find D2 right there. Right there. And it says SW. So I'm not really sure what that alludes to. Maybe switch or something. Okay. Let me get some light on there. Ooh. That's hard to see. Okay. Alright, so it should be hooked up correctly. Okay, so the 5 connections to the joystick. So key, Y, X, voltage, and ground. Y and X are analog and key is digital. Okay, so we already saw that. There's X and Y. And then the key. If you don't need the switch, then you can use only 4 pins. Okay, so if the switch is not connected, then suppose it does not work. So please open the program. So I've got the program open. And I have not tried to use this yet. So let's see if it works. Analog joysticks are basically potentiometers. So they return analog values. When the joystick is in the resting position or middle, it should return a value of about 512. The range of values goes from 0 to 1024. Interesting. Open the monitor, then you can see the data as below. So we should be able to monitor the position So, oh, it's not available. Okay, so let's first connect. And we might as well put the thumbstick on now. There we go. What? Let's stop this thing from moving. Alright. Just want that joystick to not wobble too much. Alright. Let's verify. And as long as there's no connection problems with my Arduino, I should be able to upload it. It's taking some time to compile. Okay, it worked. Sketch uses 2,468 bytes of program storage space. That's only 7%. This is a very short program, so I can't imagine it uses a whole lot of memory. And there you go. It uploaded, no problem. Let's open the monitor. There you go. We have readings already. Let's zoom in. And as you can see, by rolling the thumbstick around, so if I hold down this switch, it says 0. When I let go, it says 1. Now without my thumb being on the stick, it says 510. Now what did it say should be 512? So I wonder what that means. Alright, so if I go all the way, x-axis equals 0, and all the way up, x-axis equals 1023. So no matter how far, I can get it to read 0, but I can only get it to go up to 1023. I wonder if that speaks to the quality of the controller, the switch, more than anything else. Oh well. There you have it. That project works. Didn't require any extra modification with the project code. So I hope yours works, and I'll see you next time.